Hey, what's up, John? Good morning. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me, because I'm trying a new uh, layout and I've got some new settings and stuff, so I just want to make sure you can hear me. It's afternoon. Are you in Eastern time zone? I don't know where Ontario is in relation to the time zone, so you know what? I don't see. Let me add my mic here. You can hear me. I wonder if you can hear me through. Let's see here. Are you hearing me through? Does it sound better than it did before? Because you might be hearing me through the webcam. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, through my normal mic here. I see that. Does it sound good? Or does it sound terrible? Actually, I can bring it up and listen. Actually, I can bring it up and listen. I want to mute my webcams. Actually, I can bring it up and listen. I want to mute my webcams. What is this? Actually, I can bring it up and listen. I want to mute my webcams. What is? Oops, sorry, I'm looping through your thing here. Audio. Default audio device. Mic. My microphone should be that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me know if it sounds better now, or if you even heard a change, because I just made a change to my settings. Yeah, the echo was because I had my video playing on my other screen so that I could hear what you were hearing for a moment. You should be good now. It should be muted. You shouldn't be able to hear that now. Okay, well, as long as it sounds good, I can see that I'm using the right microphone for my voice. So as long as you can hear me, I'm fine with that. And now you can see me. I set the microphone up so you can see the webcam up so you can see my ugly face. I don't know how long I'm going to stream. I just wanted to do a little bit of painting today. Like, I think maybe I'll paint the calipers up. Maybe I'll do a little bit of detail painting on the frame. And just make a little bit of progress. That's a front, rears, front. Pardon me. So, okay. I want to get the calipers painted up so that I can start gluing these wheels on. And then I will have what in real life, I guess you call a roller. At least I'll have a chassis with tires and wheels on it that looks like a roller. Get in there. I need to work on these tires just a tiny bit though to get the mold seam out of them, but I'm not super concerned about that because I have no intention of people picking it up to look at it. So we'll see how that goes. I need to get my paint. Hold on. I was just messing with this too. Let me set this up here. This is my hoard of styrene, you can see in my little window. So I've got a bunch of some really thin styrene, rod, not round rod, but square bar, whatever you call it, and then some that's a little bit thicker, a bunch of it that's thicker. This is what I originally built my frame out of, this stuff. And then I have some rod, a little bit of rod, longer rods, and then I have a whole slew of various little odds and ends. Square tube, round tube, got some C channel in here, some I channel, some I beam. I've got I got some hexagon, or maybe it's octagon, hexagon shaped stuff so that I can cut little, what looks like bolt heads, stuff like that. I haven't messed with any of that recently, but I've got it. So I need, what is this? Looks like chrome, and I don't want chrome, I want like an aluminum. Let's see. Give me relatively small paintbrush. No, I didn't get the 222 yet. I haven't bought any anything recently. Silver, chrome, don't want that. Steel. That might be alright. Let's see if I think I have an aluminum though. No, actually I probably don't want to use aluminum on brakes. I think the steel's probably gonna look better. I don't know, I'll try the steel. We'll see how it goes. Model Masters paint is gone. Didn't they? I heard something like they got bought by someone else or something. Is that not the truth? Is that not true? I don't know. I vaguely remember hearing something about that. When you say they're gone, do you mean that they're gone out of business? Are they totally gone? What do you know? Give me the scoop. I also need some thinner paintbrush cleaner. Yeah, they got bought. Okay, I thought I heard something to that effect, like they got bought. I'm gonna split this up a little bit. I want to use it to clean my brush, but I don't want to taint the whole thing by dipping my nasty brush in there. So I'll just give myself a little jar of it. Actually, probably leave the lid off of that. Rust-Stream? What's that? I've never heard of that company. Do you mean Rust-Oleum? They're gonna keep them going. Who knows? Well, hopefully. I like Model Masters paint. I buy almost exclusively Model Masters paint from the hobby store, at least. For my airbrush stuff, I'm kind of eclectic, but when it comes to detail paints, I usually buy the Model Masters. This time I'm using Model Masters number 1780, which is steel. No focus there, but so let's see how this goes. I'm gonna probably paint these and then paint the calipers, and then I'll do the I'll do the rotors first, and then I'll do the calipers sometime later. That's not working out at all. Probably should prime these first, but let's see what I can do. Yeah, Vallejo for your... Oh yeah, I see why. It's thick in the bottom. It needs to be stirred up. No bueno. This paint's been sitting for months. I haven't painted anything since I can't remember how long. Wow. I really need to get one of them little paint bottle shaker things. You're using Vallejo for detail painting or just for airbrushing? Because I have seen people crack open the Vallejo and use it for detail painting. Okay, yeah. I've seen people doing that. How does that work for you? Do you find it to be a good consistency? I've heard good things about Vallejo paints, so it wouldn't surprise me if it worked really well for that. Oh, this is turning out pretty well, actually. It's mixing up nicely. Let me check something here. Need to make sure to keep these up. Alright. I'm working from home, so I need to pay attention to email. Tip dry too much? What do you mean? I'm not picking up what you're laying down. What do you mean, my man? Okay, let's get some of this paint off of the brush. And then try it again and see how that goes. Yeah, that's much better. It's great for brush painting. It covers really well. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I've heard good things about Vallejo. Not just for models, but for various crafting things. Like I subscribe to some YouTube channels where they do miniature crafting and terrain crafting and such, and a lot of them use Vallejo paints because of the coverage properties. When it dries, the tip of the airbrush, nothing will come out, and it clogs up the tip. The Vallejo does? Is that what you're saying? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I had only heard good things about it, so I don't think I have any Vallejo. I'll have to check. I don't think I've tried to use any of their stuff yet. Okay, yeah, I think that looks alright. Clean out some of these holes. Don't want paint filling the holes. The holes that I went through so much trouble to drill. Okay, that looks better. Or that looks okay. Let me grab a couple more. Tamia from the bottle sucks for airbrush painting. What if you thinned it? Hey, what's up, Jamie? How you doing? If you thinned it, would it be better, John, or is there something else going on that I'm not thinking about? Honestly, I don't know that I've ever heard anybody using Tamiya bottles of Tamiya paint for airbrushing. I'm not saying it doesn't happen or that you don't do it. I've never heard that before. I have no knowledge of its application for airbrushing. Is it good? You said it's great. You're on a lunch break? If you don't mind me asking, Jamie, what do you do? What are you on break from? I don't airbrush a lot, but I have airbrushed, and I'm not afraid of it. I have one, and I have, I think, just about everything you need to do whatever airbrushing you want to do, except maybe color choice. I might not have the color that you might want, but otherwise I think I've got just about everything. His wife. Careful there. Working at Walmart? I have another friend that works at Walmart, and I have multiple friends that work at Walmart. A couple here locally, and then one, I think he's in Indiana. Guy that comes into my Discord server. His name is Stan. Good guy. Ooh. Got laid off? That's no bueno. Did company take a downturn because of the pandemic, or what? What happened? Newfoundland? My place is definitely not a man cave, but I have more than sufficient space for my stuff. My wife doesn't hassle me in the slightest bit about my hobbies, so I am very blessed in that way. That's what they're saying. Sometimes I just use that as an excuse. Trying to save the almighty dollar. Too many companies with no backbone, not willing to stand up for employees. Take one for the team, so to speak. So they'll let you do it. They'll let you eat the cost. I do not live alone. There are at least 12 people in my house at any given time that live here, I mean. My wife and I live here. Several of my kids live here. My buddy lives with me. His girlfriend lives with us. My wife's parents live with us. We are a full house. Oh crap, I forgot to do that, John. I forgot to look at the open box video. Darn it. Why do you want me to see it? What is it I'm looking for, by the way? I meant to ask you that yesterday and just forgot. I wanted to watch it, I just forgot. Oh, cool. I got a couple old kits, not too many of them. I should check that tracking number and see if it says when it expects to, that package expects to be arriving. I forgot to do that. Okay, so what do you think? What color do you think I should paint the linkage and the control arms and, you know, various little detail parts on this? You think I should go with black on this chassis? 3 kids and 1 grandchild. That's not too bad. I don't know if you know this about me, Jamie, but I have 15 kids. So I have a few grandchildren as well. None that live with me, but I didn't mean to do that. I meant to dip that out there. 400 square feet. Yeah, it's basically like one room. You probably have like a living room, bedroom, and a bathroom. But for one person, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. I'm gonna wipe some of this off of here. Yeah, like a studio. You think semi-gloss black? I was thinking black too. So that sounds good to me. 5,000, that's pretty big. My house is not quite that big. I think we're at about 3,400. 3,400 square feet with, we have 13 people now, I think, living here. 12, 13. I need... Let me wipe this off here. Yeah, 5,000 square feet, that's nice and big. I like these tweezers as well, John. I have, I don't know, probably like 10 or 12 of those. Oh, maybe it's like 6 or 8. And then I have a bunch of, I have probably like 20 of these that are like pinch to close. But I really like these pinch to open. They are very handy for holding parts. Alright, Jamie. Have a good afternoon. Take it easy, dude. I do. There's me, my wife. We have a 2-year-old, 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 25. We have her parents. We have Nate is in his mid-20s. Moya is in her mid-20s. So we have quite a few people here. It's all family, dude. Mostly my kids. My wife and I have 15 kids, so lots of kids living around the house. They like to stay with mom and dad because they don't have to pay the bills. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at some of these linkages. I definitely think black could do a good thing. Let's see, what is this? That's gloss black. Flat black. Actually, I don't know if I have a semi-gloss. Flat black. I don't even remember what that is. I have like a gunmetal. Usually, like the hobby stores, I buy them from Any place where you can get hobby tools usually has them. They're not too expensive. I think they're like $6 or $8 each. I don't know what color this is. It looks black, but it's got kind of a metal flake in it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think I want to use that. I guess let's look at gloss black. So I got one of those. I'm gonna have to stir this. Well, I mean, one of the places where I've bought things online, John, is Mega Hobby. Tower Hobbies. Hobbytown USA is another one. I don't know if they sell in your part of the world, but those are all good places. Hobby Link. You can get them on Amazon for sure. I don't use Amazon because of their political garbage, but if you don't object to their political actions, then by all means, check them out. Alright. I think this is going to be fine. Let's see what we can do. Really? Why would they not ship to Canada? Because of the cost? I mean, I can understand it being expensive, but you just pass the shipping costs on to the buyer. I mean, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Obviously, that might diminish your sales from international buyers, but whatever. Whatever it takes to do business. Amazon, bad experience? Well, the thing to keep in mind is Amazon sells nothing. They don't sell things. Amazon provides a portal for other people to sell their things. So whatever you bought, while Amazon may have been the website you ordered through, the person who actually sold the item is not Amazon. There's very few things that Amazon sells themselves. I think I got that. Drag car books. Yeah, that's... Amazon provides a portal for people to sell their stuff. Generally speaking, though, the stuff that you're buying isn't coming from Amazon. It's just that they provided the website and the tools that other people use to sell you things. You can set up an Amazon store and sell anything you want, as long as it doesn't violate their terms of service, that is. Yeah, third party. That's exactly what it is. Did you try to get a refund at all? Not a big fan of PayPal either, so. Suppose that'll do. Hey Terry, I didn't see you come in. How you doing today? How are you doing, sir? Good, I hope. Just doing a little teeny bit of detail painting while I'm hanging around. How did your breathing treatment go yesterday? Good, I hope. You're gonna do a video on the 32? Cool. Oh, okay. Every 4 hours? Man, that's a lot of breathing, my friend. My father-in-law smoked for, I don't know, probably 50 years of his life. And then back in, I don't know, it was like 2015 or 2013 or something like that, they moved in with us here. And he got sick like right after that and had to be admitted to the ICU. And they told him if he didn't quit smoking, he was gonna die. So he quit smoking and never really had any issues until recently. He wasn't feeling well. They admitted him into the ICU, and since then, past, I don't know, it's been probably a month or two now, he's been on oxygen. So now he's got to carry around a little device with him that blows oxygen in his nose. Oh yeah, okay, you're on oxygen. I haven't watched your intro video yet, but I see your comment there. What would happen if I put a little dot Wow, I'm really playing with fire here. Putting little, I'm painting the bolts on the pumpkin black. And if I if I screw this up, I'm gonna have to repaint that whole pumpkin. Whew. Sorry if my head's getting in the way of this camera. Working in the coal mines. I got a buddy who worked in a body shop for a long time. He owns a frame jig, so he essentially does all the frame work for a body shop, but it's a separate business from the frame shop, or from the body shop. Actually, that looks really good. I like that. The little, let me see if I can show it to you. Little bolts on the pumpkin. Come on, focus. Hard to see. That'll work. Five years, man, that's a long time to wait for a street rod. I mean, I know people put in orders for cars and they take years to make sometimes, but I don't know if I'd wait 5 years for a car, man. I guess I can understand it if you're passionate about that. I just don't know if I could do that. Time for the control arms. Not too bad. Oh, is he a metal shaper? He does his own body panels and stuff, you say? Yeah, that's great. I'm sure he makes good money, too. That is not cheap. When I was a teenager, my dad, instead of buying me a car, gave me one that he already had. He had purchased from somebody that he worked with. His mom had grown old and retired or whatever, and her and his dad had a couple of Hudsons, 1954 Hudsons. They were both 54s. One of them was a Hornet, a four-door, and the other was a Wasp, Super Wasp, something like that. It was a two-door. And instead of buying me a vehicle, he gave me the Hornet, which I thought was cool. So we spent many months working on painting and mechanical things, brakes and stuff, trying to get it running, or at least drivable so that I could drive it. And I really love that car. I did not mean to paint that the other day. I forgot that was on there. Anyway, it's just one more of those cars that I wish I still had. I'm sure everybody's got a few of those. Shit. I don't want to paint that. Woo, that's big money. 40 G's. I like hot rods, but I'll be honest, if I had 40 G's, I would not be spending it on a hot rod. I would be more inclined to buy something newer. I'm a big fan of creature comforts. I like a lot of the features that they're putting in these new cars these days. I don't know if I could go back to a time when you had to manually crank the window If you got hot, roll down the window. No nav, no voice controls, none of the spoil. '69 Mach 1. My goodness, I think I dated somebody whose brother had a 71, and it was just the biggest piece of junk. Thing was always breaking down. Just looked like crap, drove like crap, ran like crap. I don't know what else to say. It was crap. It wouldn't start when it was raining. Your first car was a Fairlane? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree, John. Scrapyard, they're full of them. You put a record player in it. And that tells you how much of a boat it was. Playing a record in a what's supposed to be a muscle car. Should have bought a couple horses to pull it, and then it would have had at least 2 horsepower. Now a '62 Impala, that's a good trade. That is a good trade. I have a '62 Impala model that I am working on. I shouldn't say I'm working on it because I haven't done anything except for mock it up with the parts that I want to use, but I'm gonna take a little liberty with that statement. Yeah, definitely a good choice. I'm a big Chevy guy. I like just about everything Chevy. From back in the day, anyway. Some of the newer stuff really irritates me. I think the newest Chevy truck line, they destroyed the front end on those things, man. They look disgusting. Might be good trucks, but they look terrible. And they've just done a terrible job with their like rust protection over the years. So they have a really bad rust problem. Two of my biggest complaints about Chevy. But otherwise, I am a Chevy guy. I like everything Chevy. Sorry, I'm leaning back out of view here. I gotta hold this one close to my eyeballs so I can see it. '64 Caddy. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Yeah, I agree. They look like toys. Tonka toys. All right. Hmm. Okay. Well, I suppose that's all right. Good enough. '68 Dart that has 34-inch. I hate that donk look. I hate that when they put them big ass tires on them or wheels. I do not like that. I apologize if that offends you, but that I am not a fan. I'm not opposed to big tires and wheels, but I hate when they put tires and wheels that are so big you have to raise the car up and they don't even fit in the wheel wells. That is not my style at all. They call that the donk look, and I think there's another term that they use that I'm not familiar with, but I'm not a fan. Yeah, well, I don't hate drifters. I'm okay with drifters, but I don't really have any interest in drifting. But I tend to like the cars that they use for drifting, so I'm okay with that. Not a big drift fan though. Stupid. Tell us what you really feel. Oh crap. I should have, while I had have the paint out, I should have painted this little white nub. I glued in a white nub in here as a spacer, and I should have painted it before I cleaned my brush. do this again. So, how do you clean your brush after you paint, John and Terry? What I do is I usually have these little bottles of thinner, and I try not to contaminate more than one at a time, but what I do is I dip my brush in. I don't push down. I'm not trying to like get the paint off when I dip the brush in. I'm just trying to get the thinner on the brush, and then I wipe it in a napkin while I twist the brush gently, just to try to pull off as much of that paint as I can before my next step, which is to dip it back in there. Then in the little plastic cap, I roll the brush around to try to get the paint out from in between the bristles. And then same thing, I wipe it on the napkin, and I kind of pull and twist it. And I just do that a few times until when I'm wiping it on the napkin, I don't see any paint wiping off the brush. Then I know the brush is clean. Lacquer thinner, I don't know, I think this is just called brush cleaner. But I don't know what it is. It might be lacquer thinner. It might just be like some kind of enamel thinner or whatever, I don't know. And then, to prevent my lids from sticking, I try to clean the lid off of the paint. Try to remember to, I should say, before I close the lid. Because I hate when you have to crank on the lid to try to get it open, because it's like dried shut. I can't tell you how many bottles of paint I have spilled trying to get it open. I had one bottle that I was trying to get it open, and it was being so stubborn that I had to get out some like pliers, and I ended up breaking the bottle in between the teeth of the pliers. That was not good. Okay. Now on this, the upper frame rail that I used from the C5R Corvette, it's got these little cylinders that I'm going to take as probably reservoirs for the shock absorbers, and I'm going to paint those maybe red, I don't know, maybe aluminum, I don't know. Suggestions? Oh yeah, water for craft paints. What is it, acrylics that are water-based? I think acrylics are water-based. Or maybe it's enamels. Or maybe I might have those reversed, but one of those two is water-based, and you could use water to clean them up. So you can use, like, mineral spirits or just plain water. Badger stirrer. Huh. Okay. I'm not familiar with that. Well, so a little bit of detail painting, turned out okay. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's alright. I used a gloss black instead of a semi-gloss. I think I might have liked using the semi-gloss, but I just didn't have any. I saw somebody make a little device to stir your paint, and it was just like a little mount, like a little platform, a little board or something, and he put a motor on it with an armature, and the armature like would rattle a little spring-loaded platform or holder for the paint, and you would just stick it in there and turn the little motor on, let it run for a few minutes, and it would shake the paints. I need to either find a paint stirrer or make one of those, whichever. I'll let these dry for a little while longer before I start handling them. How big are ball bearings? I mean, I have some ball bearings, but they're pretty big. I don't even know if they would, probably wouldn't, they'd take up so much volume in one of these little bottles, that wouldn't work. So obviously they'd have to be smaller than these. I don't know, what are these, ½ inch, 3/4 inch, something, I don't know, whatever. Let's see. These are 3/4 inch ball bearings from AK. Okay, if they're sold by AK, then my guess is they're probably intended for that. They're probably meant to be used as paint stirring. Pea-sized, okay. How vigorously do you shake your paint with one of those inside? I mean, obviously they're little glass bottles, so you don't want to shake them too much, but 3mm, how big is that? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. You put 2 of them in. Now, do you keep them in there? Do you put them in and then leave them in there until you finish the paint? And then I'm assuming you take them out, clean them, and use them on another color? Man, these lights are bright. I need sunglasses just to work on my models. Right? Get a little ZZ Top look going. You keep them in, and then every time you want to use the paint, you just give it a shake. You working on the 32 today, John? To keep metal flake paint stirred up? Ah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at something here. I'm gonna take a look. Add when display capture. Bring this down here. I'm gonna take over the screen. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's do this for a minute. Alright, John, let's go look at this unboxing. When did you post it? Oh, never mind. I'll just go to your channel. Let's watch
Okay,
this
guys,
unboxing.
this is the unboxing of this kit. Let me take the wrapper off. This will be my first time doing
Oh, you're unboxing this? Are you going to start this kit? I thought the
open
group
box,
build didn't start until the
thing.
end of August. If we can start already, I'll start working on mine. Shoot.
But the plastic is even stuck to the box, kind of. Okay. Well, there's the box.
I'm gonna lower my microphone.
Let's see what kind of goodies we got in here. Join Revel's All-Star race team. Okay. Let me take piece by piece. There's the body. A little bit of flash. A little bit cleanup, but it doesn't look too bad. It's pretty straight. Well, it's a little bit out of whack, but I'll straighten out once you put the interior and whatnot in it. But not too bad.
I'm gonna skip around a little bit here. Oh, I like that. I like the chassis on that.
Probably for the engine compartment, or across the motor. The fan, the front
right there.
balance. It looks like an oil pan and a carburetor. There's part of the roll bar. Probably something to do with ignition. Here's a seat. What was it?
That must be the rear. What do they call it? The valance.
Let's see.
Behind the rear bumper.
When this kit came out. Sway bar, spoiler. There's the hood, as they would say, over across the pond, the bonnet. The engine, 2 halves. The headers right here.
Nice looking little kit so far.
And there's door skins.
You should probably do your own door skins though. Or at least maybe detail those up. They look a little basic. Are those tire halves? Are those tires in 2 pieces?
Damn. No, that's one disappointment in this kit.
Oh yeah.
But they look kind of small.
Wow.
For me, first time.
Did he say anything in the rules for that about needing to be box stock? Or is it like completely fair game to use like aftermarket parts or scratchability?
If you like the unbox, was my first years.
Huh.
I think
Okay. Where did I put this? Alright. No, that's not what I wanted. Wait, what's going on here? I don't know what this... it's fine. Sorry, wasn't paying attention to when you responded to what question I asked. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out those ball bearings as soon as I see your link. I really get a kick out of the aftermarket stuff. I don't see your link. I shouldn't. I don't think I'm moderating links. I think you should be able to post a link, but I don't even see your link. So I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me go over here. Yeah, I'm not sure if it. I'll have to check through the settings today, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't. It shouldn't be filtering out links if you post them. You can email it to me, whatever. Later, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'll get it. Or I'll wait until you're streaming and then I'll remind you to give me the link. Negative. Do not see it. I need to find a green color. I might have to decant some of this Sublime green because I need green for my calipers. Unless I do something like orange. I suppose I could do an orange. What do I have here? I might have to decant some so that I can paint. go step outside real quick, decant a little bit of this that I can use to paint with. I'll be right back. Actually, you can hear me while I'm walking away, but my headset might cut out. Oh shit. The wind's blowing right towards my car. I go out back. Just decanting some paint so that I can use it to paint with. Gonna close the store for me? I'm on my way back, boys. Okay, got myself a little paint. Probably should have done this first. Suppose this will work all right. 250 ball bearings. It's not too bad. Okay, well, I guess that turned out better than I expected. Hopefully I can get this paint out of this brush. Thank you, John. I appreciate you taking the time to do that. I'll take a look at those. Maybe I'll snag a bag of them. Okay. All right. Good enough. When these dry, I'm gonna glue them in. Then I can glue my wheels on, and I will have a chassis. Then I think I'll start working on the engine after that. $7, pretty good deal. I can deal with that. Let me see what this work email I just got is. Okay. Handy. Oh, crap. I'm over here holding a napkin full of paint after I wiped all the paint off my hands. Brainiac move. John, you're supposed to be watching me here, keep me from doing stupid things. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm gonna have to dock your pay a little bit. You are not holding up your end of the deal, my friend. Contract voided. All right. Here is the color that I'm using. See if I can get it to focus. Sublime green, if you can read that. good. I just need those to dry. Need the chassis to dry. Let me see if I can set these aside so that they're not getting messed with. Ooh, that might be a problem. Go this way with this one. You know what I did recently, speaking of airbrushing? I lost the lid to the cup on my airbrush. I took the cap off the little bowl and took it off to clean it, but I don't know what I did with it. Can't find it. Oh, something just occurred to me. I thought maybe I had left it in the bottle of cleaner, but I don't see it. Darn. Pin vise? What's a pin vise handle? I don't know what a pin vise handle is. I can look it up. Oh, I have some of those. Yeah. You're talking about these little things. I think I've got 3 or 4 of these. I actually don't use them, John. I don't use them for my drill bits. I use my little extension, my Dremel extension thing that I told you about. So this cable is attached to my Dremel, and then I can, use this like a little pen. But I put my little drill bits in there, and then I use this to do all my drilling. Very, very handy. Got paid like 25 bucks for this. One of the best things I ever bought. One of my favorite tools. somewhere, but I don't see it. No. No, it doesn't melt in if the drill bit's sharp. If the drill bit is dull and it has to rub on the plastic to cut, then it starts to melt. But I usually don't have problems with that with sharp drill bits. And you can always sharpen them if you have some that are not sharp. But it's not simple. You break yours. I think I saw you. I think in one of your videos you mentioned that you buy like the little packs of the drill bits, which is something that I thought about. But what I have is this little pack of Dremel bits, and then this little pack of cheapy bits that came with the pin vise handle. These did not come with the pin vise handle. These are intended to use with the Dremel, and they are branded Dremel. It actually says Dremel on there. And I bought these in the Dremel section at Menards. I don't know if you guys have Menards, but it's basically like a hardware store, kind of like Lowe's or a Home Depot. But I bought these where they sell the Dremels in the little aisle of, you know, accessories, Dremel accessories. But these came with the pin vise in a package for, I don't know, like $10 or something simple, something low. It wasn't too expensive. But I thought, no, you can't have it. You can never have enough drill bits, because I worry that I'm going to break my drill bits too. I haven't had to use them a lot, but I know that if I use them more frequently, I'm more likely to break them. So anyway, I thought it'd be nice to have a second set of drill bits. And I just happened to need a drill bit the day that I bought them, so I cracked these out instead of these, and I put one of these in my Dremel, and the damn thing, I had to like press the Dremel into the plastic to get it to start cutting, and it did like you're talking about, where it melted the plastic, and you know, was not good. These, however, don't do that. These bits are sharper, apparently, and when I use these bits, they don't melt the plastic. And it's literally like, you know, press, pull, out. You know, it takes like 1 or 2 seconds to like get a hole. So it's got to be the sharpness of the bits that is doing that. Pin vise made a clean torch tip. Oh, the pin vise was made to clean torch tips. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Your Dremel's like 40 years old. My Dremel's only like 2 or 3 years old, but it's definitely like one of the top end Dremels. I bought one of the better Dremels that I could find. This is 4300 is the series. I don't know where that is in line with like the Dremel line of tools, but it was the best one they had at the time where I bought them. It's got your standard on-off switch. It's got a lock button here, so you can press this to lock the armature in place, so that you can like hit your key, your chuck, to lock it or unlock it if you need to. And coincidentally, the wand, the little remote thing that I have, it has the same thing. It's got a little button. You can press this, and it locks the what do you call it, the shaft in place, so that I can either wind or unwind the chuck to tighten or loosen it. And then it's got variable speed from 5 all the way up to 35, and I don't know how many thousand RPMs that is, but I tend to use it down around 10, 5 to 10, as far as the speed setting that I use. And I don't have any issues with it melting plastic at all. Matter of fact, let me take give me this. I'll put one in here. Second to smallest bit I have. You break your drill bits all the time. Well, hopefully mine lasts, because I don't want to have to buy another one. It wasn't cheap. Alright, so here I've got it, one of the slower speeds, and I mean, nice clean hole, no melting. I mean, it's worked perfectly. Now it works even better when you can get like a little starter hole, like if you have like a little divot that you're trying to drill out. Your airbrush is 45 years old? Damn, John. Come back here. Trying to get this thing to focus. Maybe, hold on. Try this. Trying to learn at what distance this camera will focus. But you can see, I mean, nice clean holes, no melting of the plastic. So, I mean, I think it comes down to quality bits versus cheap bits. So I don't know, maybe consider that when you're buying your drill bits. Maybe it's just a bad drill bit that you're using. Because these Dremel bits, and this little pack of bits I think was like 15 or 20 bucks versus this, which came with the pin vise, and it was like $8, something cheap like that. And then I also tend to buy like a bunch of these little cutoff wheels. I use the crap out of these. Your Posh. Yeah. I think my other air compressor is a Posh. The one I have now is a no-name, you know, crappy, not crappy, but a no-name, cheapy little thing. It works good. I haven't had any issues with it, so I'm happy. But it's like a no-name brand. I bought a Posh from a pawn shop here locally That's what I was doing my airbrushing with originally, but I think I was saying this yesterday. It didn't have a tank. It didn't have a regulator. It didn't have a water trap, and it didn't have like an auto on-off switch. So I wanted something with more features, so I spent a couple $100 on this. I don't know what brand it is. It's not No Name. There is a brand. I just don't know what it is. But it's got all of that stuff, so it's a nice little compressor. So I'll use that. Grex, you bought it 4 years ago. I wanted a tank. I wanted something with a tank for a couple reasons. One, because you get a more consistent spray, and two, because I wanted it to be able to build up and then shut off and maintain some pressure so that I had on-demand pressure. But I didn't have to sit here for 3 hours listening to the tank run while I'm trying to airbrush something. Okay, I want to go through this. I want to go through this C5R. This is the kit that I'm stealing parts from for my truck. So I want to go through here and look for anything that I might want to steal. Definitely going to steal this little pedal array, your clutch, brake, and gas pedal. Definitely going to steal that. I don't know what this part is. It looks like maybe a reservoir of some sort. I don't know if that would be brakes. Probably not brakes. It looks like maybe a cooler. I don't know. I bet I can find it here. Let's see. It's part number 14. Yeah, I'm using a dual action brush. So this is going to be in the engine compartment somewhere, I'm guessing. Yeah, I want to start casting too. Oh, here it is, 14. It's a lower radiator hose. So what's the... Oh, I wonder what the little tank is for. Interesting. Okay. Well, I may end up using that too then. Okay, engine parts, definitely using those. This looks like the oil pump. Fire extinguisher, fire control system, maybe? Empty sprue. Shocks. I don't know, what are these strut towers? And what is this, 98? 86. Let's see what 86 is. Lower grill. Okay, yeah, I won't be using that. But I might use those hose and those shocks and shock towers. Shirts and license plates. Used to airbrush shirts and license plates. What do you think of this seat? Think I should use this seat in the truck? Maybe I can form some aluminum around it. Just a thought. Now, here, this is the trans tunnel. If you've seen in my pictures, I use this same trans tunnel. I actually used them out of my parts box, one that I had from another Corvette, but it was the same model, and it's the same trans tunnel. So this is the trans tunnel that's in the truck right now. It's the same exact one. It's got this, these little computers and the battery right here, and I will, I'll have to, you know, paint those up. Maybe I can even wire these little modules up and use those. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's a custom truck. I think I should do a custom seat. Now keep in mind, the interior is going to be very, like, track oriented. Roll bars, no, it's not going to be like a normal truck interior with leather seats and, you know, stereo and etc. It's going to be more track oriented. Custom van seats. I don't even know. I don't even know what that would look like. What am I thinking? I mean, what am I looking for? Here's the wheels that come with the C5. Is there tires in it? I don't know where the tires are. I didn't use them. I'm using aftermarket tires and wheels. The roll cage and the chassis pan. I don't know, maybe I can use the diffuser. I don't know, this truck probably doesn't need a diffuser. Let me see. What purpose would a diffuser serve? Let's see. All it would do is block you from being able to see the frame. Yeah, I'm not going to use a diffuser on that. Recaro seats. Oh, there's the tires. Derp still in the package. I'm sure I've got seats in my little parts box. I have a relatively small parts box that I can dig through. This is my wheels. Actually, I have a couple parts boxes. The one with seats, I think, is this one. Little motor I wired up for some kit I built in the past. What about something like that? That's an option. Or what about those? I could pull one of these out. One of these here. This black one looks a little bit more race oriented. This one looks a little more comfort oriented. Either one of those would be fine, actually. Because it's like a bucket seat, I think that would work fine. What do you think? Which one? Here's the window from the C5R that I stole the trans tunnel from, and the cooling ducts. Yeah, the black. I like the black too for the performance aspect. Oh, look at this. So I just found this. Oop, hold on. I'm trying to drop it. So this is the one I showed you a moment ago. This one is even more of a race seat. Deeper bucket. You think that's better? The original black one or the second black one? Or how about this? We'll just put a bench in there. Fuck it. Who needs a roll bar? Yeah, I think so too. The last one. Yeah, this one's too casual. This is from like a 90s Camaro. Now I'd have to strip this, but here's another option. I'd have to strip it and repaint it. But this is very much like the black one, but I think the black is better. This one is too like round and looks like an egg. Somebody carved out an egg and made a seat out of it. Or from the 60s, here's an old race seat. Or not a race seat, but like from a sports car. Like an old Jag or, I don't know, something like topless. Whatever they called those. I think I'll use that second black one. Oh, here's another one. Boy, that's an old race seat. Man, talk about no frills. Yeah, too low. Oh, here's a matching. Wait, move on. These the same? Oh yeah. Hey, I have a matching set of the black ones that we both agree are the better ones. Huh. 55 Nomad, I'm not surprised by that at all. I have had several 55 Nomads, so to say that there are parts in here from it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Okay, I think this is a twin for this. Yeah, these are the same seat, same exact seat. I don't know what model this came out of, but I don't like either one. I think I'm going to use that black one. Yeah. Yep. We did it, boys. We made a decision. I'm going to use this seat. Might even put 2 in there so I can take the passenger for a ride. Too small, I agree. I agree 100% with that. I'm going to set this right here for a minute. This is my wheel box. Nothing but tires and wheels in this bad boy. So, I don't know if you saw the pictures of the little the blue 50 Ford that I have on. It's one I'm working on. I haven't done much to it yet, but these Pegasus wheels, they used to come in the yellow, what do they call it? The static pack, or I forget what the plastic packaging is called, but they come in the package with the yellow background, cardboard background, and you get like 20 different styles, and they're like 24-inch scale wheels. So this is the tire that I was telling you. I took a set of these tires and I just cut them, and then I took semi wheels. I had a big rig that I told you I lost a couple of the wheels from it. So I took the wheels that I did have, and they were chrome, and I cut these tires down to fit on the semi wheels, and that's what I'm using for that kit. But I have tons of these damn Pegasus tires. I think I have probably like 8 or 10 sets of these damn things. They're so hard to use because they're huge. I mean, you don't realize it when they're in the package, but you put these up in a car, and it's like they're like 24-inch wheels. They're huge. And another thing I did, I cheated. I called Tamiya, and I talked to their customer support, and I told them I had purchased a Tamiya kit, and whoever owned the kit before me had kept the tires and wheels, and I wanted to purchase a set of replacement tires and wheels. So they told me the process on how to do this. You have to know the part number, and in the Tamiya kits, there's the part number for the wheels and the tires, and it's like a tire bag, or there's basically a number that has the whole bag. Anyway, and you can buy them, and they will send them to you. They'll ship you like missing parts. So I bought like 3 or 4 sets of spare tires from the Tamiya kits, because they have really great tires, really great wheels, and they just look amazing. And I want to use them on other kits. So I bought like 3 or 4 sets. And you're never gonna believe this, they're only like $2. It's like literally like $2 for a set of tires and wheels. And they're some of the best tires and wheels I've found in any kits. I just love them. So I bought a bunch. And I'll probably, like, here's the second set. So there's one set. Here's another set. I've got more, I'm sure. But anyway, I just thought that was a neat little trick. So you just call them up and tell them you need to order some replacement parts. And I think for 3 sets plus shipping, it was like 10, 15 bucks. I mean, it was like super cheap. Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, you're absolutely right. Like, I bought like a bunch of these. Where are they? Like, I bought some of these, and these are small, but they're not terribly small. They're just a little small. But then I bought these, and these things are tiny. When you put these up on a car, it better be a small car, or it better be like a lowrider where tiny little wire wheels looks good, like an old Impala, but if you try to use those on anything else, man, you're gonna be disappointed. Like, here's another set. Now these, I really like these. I'm thinking about putting these on like a little Volkswagen, like maybe a lowered Volkswagen, a Beetle, or maybe like a 41 Chevy or something, pickup. I don't know, something. Kind of like lowriders. Go-kart tires, you're absolutely right. Yes. 100%. Alright, let me see. Can I get it back in there? Get out of there. So, at the risk of, I know, John, you're Canadian, so you probably don't care about American politics. I don't know what your orientation is, Terry, as far as politics come, but I thought this was extremely humorous. And at the risk of annoying anyone, I want to show you this. I bought this book, Reasons to Vote for Democrats. A comprehensive guide of reasons to vote for Democrats. Comprehensive. These are all the reasons you should vote for Democrats. Now, I know you saw a couple like headers. These are chapter headers that you're seeing. So these are all the energy reasons. These are all the homeland security reasons, etc., etc. Jobs. I got a kick out of that. Comprehensive. Every possible reason you can think of. I agree, John. I agree. The thing about this whole virus thing is they want you to wear masks even after you're vaccinated. What kind of sense does that make? If I'm vaccinated, why do I need a mask? If you're vaccinated, why do I need a mask? If you're wearing a mask or you're vaccinated or both, why do I need to be vaccinated? Why do I need to wear a mask? It just doesn't make any sense. Why are we closing down our entire economy over some shit that's like 99.7% survival rate? I mean, that to me is just retarded. Over 99%, almost 100% survival rate. But we're going to shut down our entire economy. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Terry. And we're going to see in the future, I guarantee it, you're going to have a yearly COVID shot, or maybe two, that you have to start getting. Once or twice a year, you're going to be getting a COVID shot, just like a flu shot. You get fined if you don't wear masks. Yeah, that would really irritate people here. And they've started trying to do some stuff like that, but it doesn't fly. What am I doing? I need the. All right. Most of the conservative governors are opening up their economies. Okay, so there's one seat. I don't think I have room for a second seat. Yeah, I could probably squeeze it in there. There's a battery right there, a battery box, or not a box, but a battery. So it definitely creates a crunch for space there. But I could certainly use this seat on the driver's side. Getting ahead of myself. How so, John? What am I missing? Oh no, it meant that. I didn't grab the interior? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I can relocate the battery to anywhere that I want, but the problem is it's part of the interior tub. So I would have to grind it out, or I mean I could try to be precise and use an X-Acto knife and cut it out, but chances are I would mess it up and have to figure out something else, and then I'd have to go in and fix all that up with Bondo and stuff. And I don't want to get too crazy with that because I've already lined the trans tunnel with aluminum. So if I start digging around in here in the where the battery box is, then I'm gonna have to deal with that. So chances are I'll probably just put one seat in. I don't know, let's see how it fits with the battery box. Nope, it's like leaning to the side. That's not gonna work. This side fits fine. Imagine that. But, you know, my intention was for this to be kind of a track truck, you know? So, I don't know that that's necessarily a big deal. Let me see. Let's see what we're working with here. of them. She knits, she crochets, she sews, she does like other crafts, like where you like, you know, take the little dots and you like glue them to the page and it like makes a picture. She does, she has models. So between us, we've got more models than anybody could ever build. But she's actually got hundreds of airplane models. She's got tank models, ship models. She's got models of the spaceship. I'm sorry, the space shuttle. Um, so she does those. She's got some old ship models, like old wooden sailing ships. So she does her fair bit of crafting as well, of hobbying. Let me see if I can. Oops. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to take a picture. All right, Terry. Good to see you again. Take it easy. Let me see if I. Just taking a few pictures to post on Instagram. Yeah, she's got tons of hobbies. She has more yarn than I have models. We have a walk-in closet, and like one whole side of the closet is all her like yarn and stuff. It's crazy. She's a good woman. My kids aren't too much into the hobby scene. They're all about gaming. They play video games, computer games, console games. They're into, you know, chatting with their friends on Discord and stuff. Instagram is, I don't know, it's one of those social media apps that I just don't understand why people spend so much time there. It's the only one that I use at all. Nah, none of my kids play Fortnite. I have a couple of my kids have played Fortnite and played in the past, but that's the kind of game that you're either into it or you're not. And nobody in this house is really into it. Guns is another thing that we're into. Now that's something that I'm into, my kids are into. All of my kids really. We go to the range a lot. We do a lot of marksmanship shooting, pistol range, rifle range, indoor range, outdoor range. Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, those are both entertaining. I've played both of those and I enjoyed both. Those are good ones. seconds long. What? I didn't understand what you were trying to say there. The cowboy one? What game is that? I don't know if I've heard of that one. What's the name of that one? Yeah, cowboy. I understood. I just don't know what game you're talking about. Oh, Tomb Raider. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. There's some really good ones out there. Red Dead Redemption. I've played that one. Or no, I haven't played that one. The one I'm thinking of is Monster Hunter. It's like you're kind of like cowboys, like old western guns, and you wander around a swamp and you try to kill the monsters. I think it's called Monster Hunter. Didn't play it for long. Didn't really care for it much. Didn't care for it too much. The new Tomb Raider. I want that game. I don't know when I saw it. Sometime recently, I saw that there was a newer Tomb Raider. I don't know when it came out, but I liked the first couple Tomb Raider games that they came out with. Those were tons of fun. I love the puzzles. I love the adventure, climbing the walls and hanging, shifting left and spinning around on the bars and stuff, trying to find whatever. Oh, Red Dead Redemption is the long one. Okay. Stainless steel shaker balls for paint mixing. 250 pieces? That's a pretty good deal. I am gonna buy one of those. For sure. Thank you for that link, John. You have to look for treasures. I'm trying to think of what games you're talking about. What's up? It depends on how it was shipped, because, I mean, probably a week. Like 5 to 7 business days. If it was sent UPS priority mail, then I would say 5 to 7 business days. What? Oh, it's a birthday present? Well, actually, let me see. Oh, no, they probably wouldn't have it yet. They send me a notification every day. I signed up for the thing in the mail, and I can see, like, what letters are coming every day. But I can also see when packages are coming. Even if it's like a day or two out.
Got the email today saying that it was shipped, so.
Well, I probably won't see it till like next week. Like towards the end of next week. Middle to end, I would guess.
Yeah, I figured it was order it, they pack it up and ship it. No, it was order it, they print it on the
so they had to craft it.
Might be 2 days away.
When's his birthday?
18th.
No, I mean, what day is that? I don't know. Let me go. I guess I could go look. Oh, you're not getting that before then. That's next Tuesday. Sorry. Sorry to give you the bad news. I don't know. I suppose it's possible it could make it here before then.
I got the first email and it said that your order will be shipped in 7 to 14 days. I'm like, excuse?
Sorry, John. I'm talking to my friend.
Yeah.
I'm streaming. I was working on my models, live streaming to YouTube. See ya. So you're gonna try to get some work done, huh? That's what you thought. So I don't think you've posted like a progress pic on that yet. You haven't really shown us anything but the body. Or did I just miss it? Did I not see your progress pic? Progress videos, yeah, I thought about that too. I don't know. My problem, and I've mentioned this before, I'm not super interested in like editing videos. So I don't really want to post videos where I need to like clip in an intro and then, you know, hopefully you get the video done in one take. Otherwise you gotta clip in parts of the video and then, you know, some kind of an outro and then package all that up and export it and then upload it. I just don't want to get involved in all the production of that stuff too much. So I try to only post things on YouTube that I can just directly record from like this live stream sort of thing, and it'll just go straight up. Or if I'm playing games, I'll just like literally start playing the games and then I'll turn my my stream on and record it for, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours, and then you know, once I'm done streaming, it automatically gets uploaded to YouTube, that kind of thing. I don't really want to go edit a bunch of stuff. Does StreamYards give you the intro thing that you do? How are you getting the intro on some of the videos you post? You have like an intro. How are you getting that into your videos? Do you have some tool that you're using, or does StreamYards do that for you? Yeah, you should have done progress videos on the GT. That would have been really cool. Oops, I did not mean to move that. Oh, that's handy. Now that's something that I don't think you're gonna get that in Streamlabs. Maybe there might be something out there that'll do that. I know in Streamlabs you have the ability to do that kind of stuff, but it's like plugins. You have to like configure plugins and things and transitions and such. I'm gonna switch here. All right, John, I'm going to end my stream, and then I'm gonna restart my stream and do some gaming. If you want to come back and hang out with me, I will be here. I will be right back in, just a minute or so. Like I said, I'm going to end the stream and then change the title and subject and all that, and then I'm going to restart my stream back up, and I'm going to play a couple video games for a little bit. Yeah, I know what you mean. They always get you with the little, they give you the little freebie package, but if you want the fancy stuff, you got to pay. I know exactly how that goes. But all right, I'm going to end my stream. I'll be back online